Audacity. It's behind something. Oh, no, if I killed it.
What's that going to do when you turn it back on?
We shall find out.
Fingers crossed.
Now we're good. It didn't do anything crazy. All right, recording right now. And 3, 2, 1. Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Calendar with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 941 for comics originally releasing September 25th, 2024. But before I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops, the last release day of September.
Oh, yeah. It is.
We'll be into October on the next one, man. This year be flying.
I saw Agatha all along is out.
Yeah, and Penguin.
Yeah, and Penguin. So comic shows are out. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Why aren't we watching them?
We are. A buddy of mine at work said rewatch Batman and then watch Penguin. So that is my goal for this week.
Oh, okay. So it's like that world.
Yes.
Very cool.
Is the Pattinson world.
Oh, because it's Colin Farrell, right?
Yep, exactly.
And it's probably six episodes, I'm guessing. Not too many. Or more?
I don't know. I'm
Penguin
release schedule. There's a Matt Reeves spinoff. There are 8 episodes.
And there is no Wanda in Agatha all along, right?
I mean, unless they surprise us. But yeah, Penguin is running September 19th through November 10th.
Very nice. Kyle, what do we do first? Do we do the new catalog?
Every single time we do CBSI, our good friends at comicbookinvest.com.
That's what we do.
We meander over there. We start with what's happening on the secondary market. And boy, we're going to start at a weird place. We're going to start at New Avengers 33 by Jonathan Hickman with that Gabriel Del Otto cover at Baltimore Comic-Con, so we don't have to do a lot of time. But folks are jumping back on this book this week as we've seen a rush of over 60 sales in the last few days.
Remind me why? Do we know? Let me Google. I don't remember why we care about this.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't either.
Dang it.
Dr. Doom deal?
Yeah, I assume it's a Dr. Doom thing.
Yeah.
I had to guess.
All right.
But after a dip in price, this is once again averaging about $15. High sales hitting $25. Like we said, over 60 sales this week.
That's pretty good. Solid.
At Venom, or at rank 2, Venom, number 3, third print, the Donny Cates run. Out of all of the versions of Venom 3, this third print first cover appearance more than tripled its sales from last week, moving over 60 copies again. Prices are also creeping up as well, with Rawls hitting almost $300 and a CGC 9.8 hitting $430.
Got to be Knull, right?
Yeah, exactly, Knull. The first cover appearance of Knull. At rank 3, I have Spider-Woman 7 by Steve Foxy. Back on the list again after news hit this week that we are getting a new Champions series featuring these new characters.
That makes sense.
Over 50 sales this week, only averaging $10, but the surge in volume is impressive as this has been ignored in the past couple months for the most part. Thankfully, they are not carrying on that awful name of the assembly, though.
They were a weird ragtag band.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going to be the new champions. Okay. I mean, I like the old champions. That was a pretty solid team, but
champions by any other name.
I give it 2 arcs, maybe 12 issues.
There we go. Incredible Hulk number 6 is our 4th item on the list. A new series announced from Marvel focused on the exploits of characters in World War II called Hell Hunters, starring this newly introduced version of the Spirit of Vengeance. This book of the Hulk was his first appearance in his book has been an uptick and been seen in sales with prices reaching an average of $15.
So the spirit of vengeance, who was a band in a band of hell hunters. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Was in this Hulk. At rank 5, we have Ghost Rider number 19, New Champions. A featured spot on the cover of the New Champions series, as well as a backup story in the upcoming Robbie Reyes Voices one-shot, have folks going back for this cover only first appearance. Prices have already jumped up to 25 to 30 on a dozen or so sales.
Nice.
At rank 6, you and I are familiar with this. Revival number 1. Casting confirmations and production news have sparked interest in this long option series. Multiple printings and a couple variants. The first print cover A is doing well, averaging $25 on 20 plus sales and hitting a high of $43. I have this entire run, and I have like the super hard to find ghost variants and all kinds of stuff of this. I have a signed copy of number 1 because I had Seeley and just Seeley signed the first one. Should I dump them or hold
Prison was there, but
Okay,
she was
maybe
she was like kind of
Prison too.
flighty. Like she was only at the table for like an hour a day. I don't know why, what she was doing, but she just like popped back. You had to time it just right, and I never did.
Yeah.
Even though Tim Seeley is my nemesis, I really have a hankering to read this again.
Thinking the same thing.
I want to reread it and get ready for whatever the series is going to be. So it's been a long time.
So when we've discussed many times, when's the best time to dump? Is it when we start filming? Is when casting comes out? When it hits when it releases?
Got to be after casting, and then as it's getting ready to drop. I mean, I think you gotta play the like. You either gotta think it's gonna be crap and then dump it, or think it's gonna be Fallout or something and then hold. So it's one of those.
But if we've learned anything from Walking Dead, just sell them. Don't hold on to them.
Yeah.
At rank 7, Astonishing Tales number 25, a 50th anniversary one-shot has reminded folks of the classic characters, driving collectors back to this original first appearance. Mid-grade raws are about $50, but the standout sale of the week was a CGC SS Signature Series 9.6 that sold for $750 from Rich Buckler.
So who is the Demolisher? No. Who is this?
Deathlock, right?
But it's issue 25. It's issue 25 of Astonishing Tales.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. First Deathlock.
At rank 8, Fantastic Four 94. This is, of course, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Finally, Agatha has dropped on Disney Plus, and despite a mixed reaction, her first appearance saw a jump in sales this past week, more than quadrupling sales from the prior week. Prices remain about where they were, but the standout sale was a purple labeled restored CGC 9.6 that sold for $5.59.
This Agatha is nothing like the Agatha in the show.
Name only,
yeah.
At rank 9, Witchblade number 3, 1 in 25 Silvestri cover. Not a ton of volume, with about 7 or so sales of this 1 in 25, but it's averaging $50. What's surprising that this is a reused cover art, and the original cover from Witchblade 170 has been a $20 book for a while. Just saying, if you like the cover, maybe just go look at the original. And this is, of course, an homage to the
I get it.
Wolverine.
That's kind of cool. I mean, that's a cool homage. They haven't done a lot of those, but I bet you we do more.
Yeah.
I bet you every letter will get one.
There will definitely be a bit of
a lot of crucifixions coming.
Yeah, be prepared. At rank 10, we have What If Donald Duck Became Wolverine number 1, the second print, 1 in 25. About half a dozen sales on this Virgin Scotty Young. While that's not a lot of volume, it is impressive for only a day or two on the market. For a second print, 125, it's averaging double ratio. It is cute. Notable sales. Venom number 3 by Donny Cates. Volumes remain high, but prices are dipping a little. With not outside looking in, with it not being on the outside looking in this week, as I am in Baltimore, we decided to combine the outside looking in with notable sales and show 2 books that nearly made the list. So these are not notable sales. These are, so close.
This
So
is
we
like
got Venom
11
3
and
Venom
12,
4.
right? Gotcha.
Exactly. Venom 4. This is, of course, all the Knull stuff.
More Knull.
$15. Very cool.
Kyle, we got a new DC Connect catalog.
Yeah.
And this is October for December. So this is the end of the year, the last hurrah before the dregs of January, February releases. Going to be some Christmas stuff in here probably, and we're going to feel weird because it's still 95 degrees.
Yeah.
So
ho ho, holy crap! Let's check it out.
Let's get in there.
Of course, the first thing we're going to talk about is Justice League Unlimited #2. All in, Drew. All in. Into the Nest of the Parademon. This is, of course, Mark Waid's series. This book coming out on Christmas Eve, so a release day being Christmas Eve. That's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, that's going to be. Yeah, they're gonna sell those early and shut the shop down.
So just FYI, guys, Christmas is on a Thursday. More all in. We have Batman 157, Chip Zdarsky. The Dying City concludes in this epic oversized fashion. Oversized fashion being 40 pages.
Very cool.
Absolute Batman 3 is all in. Superman 21. Dan Mora art is all in. And of course, we have the DC Winter Wonderland variants. So we have a bunch of the Christmas variants going there too. Absolute.
I haven't really seen any of these yet. Right? Because
we haven't read any of these.
Yeah.
So you and I have not had the chance to go all in.
Yeah, we kind of dipped our toe a little bit on the stuff that's out. But Wonder Woman with Detective Chimp, that should be fun.
What kind of adventures will they get into?
Yeah.
DC Winter Wonderland is, of course, Wonder Woman in her invisible jet.
Oh, very cool.
The resolution on this is dope. I was able to zoom in and actually see the postage stamp.
Yeah.
Absolute Wonder Woman 3. She looks creepy.
And then more Tom Taylor and Mikhail Yanin on Detective. That's going to be great. I can't wait. Get Rom V out of there. He's had 2 years.
With all due respect. Speaking of Rom V, written by Rom V, The New Gods, #1, all in.
Okay, this is an old god has died, and the reverberations of his passing are felt across the universe, setting forth the soldiers of an intergalactic army and awakening the latent powers of a mysterious child on Earth. But this has all been foreseen, prophesized by the source, and fed as enigmatic images to its
intergalactic
planetary. I don't know what's going on here.
Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic.
On Earth, Scott-Free and Barda find themselves unaware of this incoming chaos while consumed. I don't like the New Gods, and I don't love Rom V all the time. He's hit or miss. So I don't know. I don't think
you were literally just praising his demise on the prior comic. So I get that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing to contemplate, Drew. So this is a $4 book, 32 pages. Built in is a Birth of New Gods acetate variant by Even Cagle, already limited to 3,000 for $10. Oh, that's a different thing they're doing. Aside from ratio variants, there is a specific acetate, 3,000 copies.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't want to read this. I mean, don't make me read this. I might have to read this.
Do it for the people, Drew. Do it for the people.
Yeah. I gotta weigh in, I guess. I gotta read first issue.
Spotlight artist for the month, David Nakayama, and all of his female form.
Doing great work.
Good work. Is it Zatanna?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Calves. Great calves on his ladies.
We are still all in, Drew. Are you all in? Because I'm all in.
We are
All
still
in
all
with
in. Yeah.
Action Comics 1078, Action Comics 1079, Action Comics 1080, and Action Comics 1081. So all in is not only all in, but 4 times shipped.
I hope I can be all in. I mean, I am all behind right now on my comics. I think I'm like 4 issues of Spidey behind. I'm like 3 Moon Knights behind. I mean, that's not like me. What's going on? I got to catch up.
Yep.
I got to catch up. I am just not reading enough comics.
Yeah. But one thing you should be reading, Nightwing 121, Dan Waters, Dexter Stroy. It's not necessarily what we're wanting, but it's what we have.
It's no Tom Taylor. What are you going to do?
That's exactly right. After tragedy strikes, Nightwing seeks to hold the gang of Bloodhaven accountable, but alliances in his city may not be what they seem, and powered up spheric police officers hover overhead seeking to dispense their own brand of justice.
You know, I'd like to
Doesn't
see.
explain why he's beating up Bugs Bunny and Pink
Yeah,
Bear.
not quite sure what's going on there. But why don't we just make Tom Taylor like the editor in chief of DC, and he could just touch everything, and he'd be like, no, guys, that doesn't work.
So who is the current editor in chief?
Is it Dan Didio? Or is he gone?
I think he's gone.
Is it Tom Brevoort? Is he gone too? I don't. It's not. It can't be Jim Lee anymore.
Jim Lee is president, publisher, and chief creative officer. Anna DePace is senior VP and general manager. Larry Berry is VP in brand design and creative services. Brian Darden is VP of business affairs. Don Ferletti is VP of manufacturing and production. Lawrence Gainham is VP in editorial programming and talenting strategy. Marie Jarvis, VP editor in chief.
Who?
Marie Jarvis.
Marie Jarvis. Oh, okay. That does sound kind of familiar. Yeah. That doesn't inspire me. That list of suits.
Need a bigger name. All right, so Nightwing 121, but at least it's Nightwing. Really nice Dan Panosian negative space variant, or what do they call those?
121 issues of Nightwing, dude.
That's cray.
That's great.
Batman and Robin 16, Philip Kennedy Johnson on that one. Challengers of the Unknown #1, Drew, and we are all in. Christopher Cantwell writing this.
Okay. So spinning out of Absolute Power, spoiler, since that hasn't finished yet. And the
Whoopsie.
DC All-In Special. We must have already talked about the DC All-In Special at some point. The tear of the dark side shockwave has cascaded. Why am I reading this? This is just all. I didn't even know Darkseid was coming. Tearing open the very fabric of time and space itself. Only one band of super scientists have the right stuff to challenge the fate of the universe. Enter the Challengers of the Unknown, alongside the Justice League, where the Challengers run day-to-day operations for the massive Watchtower base in orbit above Earth. Ace Morgan, June Robbins, Professor Haley, Red Ryan, and Rocky Davis must team with Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the rest of the League to seal the rifts that threaten the galaxy. But a mysterious foe from the Challenger's past lurks in the shadows, and its connection to the God Shock will put the DCU on borrowed time.
Doom.
What do you think? Well, does that sound interesting? Too many words? It doesn't sound interesting to you? I don't think I know anything about Challenge of the Unknown. I don't know that I've read a single one ever.
Yeah. You said Ace Morgan and June Robbins, Professor Haley, Red Ryan, and Rocky Davis. Those mean nothing to me.
No, they're they must be the Challengers.
They must be unknown.
Yeah, they are unknown Challengers.
Yeah. But don't worry, Drew. We have Superwoman special #1. How did Lois Lane get her superpowers? The amazing story of how Daily Planet editor-in-chief Lois Lane got superpowers and became Superwoman is finally told. And why we keep reusing the term Superwoman and not giving people real names.
So Lois Lane is Superwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Will that be fun or not?
No. Lois Lane's kind of a boring character as a character.
Oh, she is not. When she's a
Okay.
reporter, she's great.
Yeah, those people with journalism degrees tend to be douche nozzles.
No. 2 journalism degrees, thank you. And they are not pretentious. They're not. They're just salt of the earth, good folk. That's what
That's
who you want in your
you
corner.
doth pretext too much.
But
Maybe?
Batgirl is what? Batgirl is not the Batgirl we like. It's not Barbara.
Correct. This is correct. This is the kung fu fighting one.
Yeah. A bunch of covers of Gotham City Sirens.
Ooh, I like Sirens.
Yeah, those will be pretty good, I bet.
Yeah. We got a Jickery. We got Gillen March. We got Rosenlund. Okay, I understand that we can't always have our favorite artists live forever and continue to do work.
Yes.
But the amount of people I don't know and don't like what they're doing is starting to really tick me off.
Like who? Name them.
I just did. Omari and Ejikari.
Omari and Jickery. Who are you people?
Yeah. Rosenlund. What has Rosenlund done to get a 1 in 50?
Why does Rosenlund get a 1 in 50? I'm looking at it.
It's generic
murky.
as all get out.
It's a murky generic cover.
And again, I understand I'm often negative.
George Perez could not live forever, it turns out.
I get that, but
yeah, there's other cover artists, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to give a 1 in 50 or 1 in 100, make it special.
Exactly.
I mean, make
Catwoman's ears look borderline mental. It's just be better.
Yeah. How do these people get 1 in 50? I'm with you. That doesn't make any sense.
Harley Quinn 46. Harley is all in.
We are all in on Poison Ivy 28 as well.
Ooh, she's got a cordyceps.
What is that?
The fungus growing out of her. Remember in The Last of Us, the cordyceps was the
Oh, yeah.
zombification.
You think it's the same thing?
No, but it's just kind of an internal fungus. I always call the cordyceps.
Yeah, gotcha. Catwoman, is she taking a bath in marshmallows?
Diamonds?
Or those ice cubes? Diamonds?
Ice cubes would work.
Ice cubes, maybe. She looks bruised and battered.
But like we have ice baths, and they're not typically regular baths. And
yeah.
She's doing it wrong. There needs to be more water for, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because we have a Frank Cho variant, and it is gorgeous. Pencils
actually looks more like
red
cotton
line work.
balls. Probably cotton balls.
You're telling me you are under the impression that she is in an old-timey bathtub covered in blood with cotton balls.
Well, or the art isn't working for me.
Okay. Also a possibility.
Yeah, doesn't tell the story properly.
But wait till we get a load of the 1 in 25 by everybody's favorite, Nubovich.
Nubovich.
Not like, hey, it's Jimmy Nubovich. You're just your Nubovich.
We gave Frank Cho the 1 in 50, but
correct.
It's the same as the regular variant.
Same as his regular. And again, you can take liberties with Cho and be like, we've decided you guys need more Cho. And I'm okay with that.
Yes.
You can't do that with Nubovich.
Yes. Nubovich should get a cover B.
Yes.
Yeah. Let him have a cover B.
Yeah.
And we'll see. We'll see if he gets a cover C.
The grades are pertaining to your how good you are.
Yeah.
All in, Drew. I'm still all in. Birds of Prey 16. Amazon's in trouble. Featuring such variants by Travis Mercer. God. Okay.
And Rian Gonzalez. Or
yes.
Ryan Gonzalez, probably.
But Ryan could not do it all by himself. He needed help from Serge Acuna.
Who we know. We know him.
Yes. Yeah. I was yeah.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin Year 1, number 3 by Mark Waid and Chris Samney.
There we go. Chris Samney and Carlos Danda get covers there. That makes more sense.
This is DC.
Yeah.
Robin leaps into action with Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, number 4.
And there's Cliff Chang cover, a Tim Sale cover. That's boom, boom.
How long was this series going on? Oh, it's 10. So we were doing a Halloween book that was going to end in May.
April. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Batman, Dark Patterns. Number 1, the artist of Absolute Wonder Woman and the writers of Nightwing present 4 deadly mysteries from the Batman's early years.
I'm assuming that means the Long Halloween. Does it launch in October? I think it'll already be out. It'd be like 2 will be out in October.
Correct.
So it didn't
So
line up either way.
We neither launched it in October nor finished it in October.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, why would we?
Yeah.
But this Dark Patterns is Dan Waters' 4-issue series.
Yeah. He has Hayden Sherman is the artist who does Absolute Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan Waters, they're saying, is the writer of Nightwing.
They're calling him a Nightwing writer. But
when was he writing Nightwing?
I mean, we had 121 issues, so give him 6 of them and call him Nightwing writer.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
Batman, Brave and the Bold. 20, written by 45 people, art by 65 people, and variants by all of our friends Aaron Bartling and Tula Lode. I like Tula.
Yeah, it's a pretty good cover.
Yeah, that one's not too bad.
Two-Face gets a one. Was it a one shot?
Hey.
I don't know. After 40 years.
I think this is an ongoing, yeah.
After all these years of internal conflict, both halves of Harvey Dent have reached an uneasy peace. Now Harvey will use his skills as an attorney to resolve the conflicts of Gotham's weirdest and most dangerous criminals, starting with Victor Zsasz. When Zsasz is accused of murdering a fellow member of Gotham's underworld contingent, who better to prove a criminal's innocence than someone who's been on both sides of the law? Christian Ward and Fabio Averas, with Baldemar Rivas doing the cover. Okay.
Batman Superman World's Finest 34, Mark Waid, Frank Gallen. My boy Dan Mora on the cover of that one.
So they're like, hey, the old comic collectors are upset with us. What can we do? Let's just have Mark Waid write like 10 books.
Yeah.
And they all like Mark Waid, so that will solve it. That'll solve it.
But then, did you see the tagline for Batman Superman World's Finest 34?
It's about super pets.
Well, just read it, and with a straight face.
The super pets have gone berserk. Metropolis.
No. Just up in the white bar up top. The single word.
Oh, Petageddon.
Petageddon. Okay, Petageddon it is.
I wonder which one of the suits that you read off earlier came up with that scintillating.
It's like Armageddon, but with pets.
Yeah. Well,
Good.
Titans 18 will solve it with John Layman and Pete Woods.
Mammoth-sized problems for the Titans.
Yeah. JSA gets its second issue. I hope people like that. Jeff Lemire writing it. Tom King doing Black Canary.
Good looking Black Canary cover.
Yeah.
I like it, Ryan Sook.
Yeah,
but don't forget that 1 in 25 by everybody's favorite artist, Chuma Hill.
Chuma Hill, right. That was with Hugh Grant, right?
Chuma Hill. I think that's exactly
that movie.
Yes.
Really romantic. Girls like it.
About a Boy, Chuma Hill, my favorite 2 Hugh Grant flicks.
Yeah, very cool.
Black Lightning 2. Can Black Lightning save his daughter from her new powers?
Probably not.
The Flash 16, Earthquake at the center of the Earth.
Yeah, Flash looks different.
Yeah, he's got.
Haven't checked him out.
Horns of Light.
Yes.
There is a neat track and field cover by Dyke Ruin. Wow, it would have been cool to have released that during the Olympics.
Yeah. They were like, oh man, these Olympics are great. People are really digging it. Let's put a cover in
Yeah.
December. Oh.
Yeah. How dumb.
Okay, so Metamorpho's getting a movie. He's gonna be in the Superman movie.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna launch a comic and we're gonna give Steve Lieber the art chores. You know I love me some Steve Lieber.
I do know that.
I don't love me some Al Ewing, but maybe he'll be okay.
Steve Lieber did not do a good job on this cover. She looks like she's about to be, and she doesn't look happy to be with him, and nor do her arms look like it's actually supposed to be around his head.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not really clinging on to somebody who's flying her up into the air.
Yeah.
Come on, Steve.
Yeah.
I just sang your praises. Don't let me down.
Give me some emotion. Green Lantern 18 is all in, Drew. And don't forget the art by Zeramonikio.
Zerda Monaco. Very cool.
Dude, love the Green Arrow 19. Cover by Taran Clark. I like it. That's really good. The mystery of the freshwater killer deepens.
Time to check in on Green Arrow again? Been a while.
Yeah, I think so. That looks good. And then, of course, if you want to start somewhere with Green Arrow, we have Green Lantern, Green Arrow, World's Finest Special, #1.
Ooh, the hard traveling heroes back together again. Nice. And I love the playing card.
I was just about to say the same thing. That's actually pretty rad.
And that's Crystal Kung. So you take back your slights to new artists, because that's a pretty good concept right there.
Yep, she found a theme. Let's see how she works.
Yeah, milk it.
Milk it. I want playing cards for everybody.
Yep.
Okay. So, Power Girl 16, Ejecta exposed. So I don't know who Ejecta is, but
yeah,
it's a weird name.
Shazam is a issue 18. Didn't read it with Mark Waid on it, and so I'm not reading it with Josie Campbell and Dan McDade.
The question all along the Watchtower #2: Murder rocks the Justice League Watchtower.
Yeah, I'll be reading this one. I like the question. Built-in crime noir, man, right there. You can't beat that.
Milestone Universe Shadow Cabinet 2.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, DC. You keep trying with Milestone. It ain't doing it. It ain't.
Is this the end of Static, Drew? Does anybody care?
4 people.
DC Horror presents #3. Looks spooky.
Okay. Francesco Francavilla give me a cover. That's cool.
DC Horror presents Creature Commandos #3.
Yeah.
Facsimile is Flash 1, Crisis on Infinite Earth 9, and Green Lantern 59, which is the first appearance of Guy Gardner.
That Flash Comics #1, I don't know. I don't think that's been a facsimile before.
I haven't seen that one either, yeah. 64 pages, $7.
That's from the Golden Age. That's Golden Age Flash. So that's got to be a 40s comic.
That's what I was trying to look for a year and I couldn't find it.
Does it have a price? Is it a 10 center? Doesn't even have a price.
No. Prepare for the holidays. Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night Returns 2. Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night Returns 3. Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night Returns 4. Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night Returns 5.
So that's
and that one comes out on Christmas Day.
Yeah, there's no way.
It has a release of Christmas Day. There is
no way. That is going to be sold the Monday of Christmas week. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, because now that I look at it, Christmas is on a Wednesday.
Yeah. No shops are open.
Yeah, so this is going to be a 24th release, not a 25th release.
Or a 23rd.
So whoever edited this, I think they weren't doing enough due diligence.
Or they get them after New Year's. They pick that up and finish that up for New Year's.
Pick that up sometime next year. So we are shipping 4 of the 5 in December.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's cool. Makes sense. And probably rather do that than a trade.
Yep.
OGN type release of this story. So I think that works.
Green Lantern Dark #2 by Kate Brombaugh and art by Werther Deladera.
He's good.
You'd think you got a nice 1 in 25. Let's give it to Dustin Nguyen. No. We're giving it to Kathy Kwan. And it's ugly.
Yeah.
Dark Knights of Steel All Winter #6 by Jay Kristoff. Now here we have a Bjorn Barons cover. So I will not say a thing about Bjorn Barons.
No, nothing bad about him. He's your boy.
DC versus Vampires World War V #5. Matthew Rosenberg and Matthew Manning writing this one. Otto Schmidt on art and cover. Nice House by the Sea 6, halfway through that series.
Yeah, I think I read the first 2 of this, the sequel to Nice House by the Lake.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the rules are changing, and it's like a different set of rules than what we thought.
It should not have been made, or
I think you probably should have just let it lie. I don't know. I mean, this is it's interesting, but why? But why? You know, we're changing things. We've got a new cast of characters, and they don't play, but it's not the same situations of how they were selected and when they were selected, and they're thrown together for different reasons now, and then they have different ability to control the island. It used to be you could just like write something down and you would get that thing the next day. Now it's like all kinds of different, like one guy can control the weather and one guy's controls the music, and it's just kind of dumb. Some of it's kind of dumb. I don't know.
So as much as the original was very, you kind of true to form and you knew what was going to happen and who could do what, now we just
you had a world, you had rules, and then the cool thing was these people interacting in that world with those rules and trying to figure out the mystery. Boom. That's the story. This, we don't know. We kind of know the world, but it's different than the world we knew. The rules are different. All the characters are different. And now we're going
no rules.
Now we're going to evolve them to be able to change their bodies back and forth to different ages and shapes and genders. It's dumb.
They've gone off the rails.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you loosen too many restrictions.
Yeah.
Plastic Man No More 4. This is the end of that 4-issue series.
I just read the first one last night, and or the night before. It was good. It started off kind of wanky, but I liked it by the end. It ended up being kind of a father-son tale in there. It was good.
Yeah. And you like Plastic Man?
I think I do. I always got Plastic Man and Elongated Man confused.
As you would.
And so I don't know if I read a lot of Elongated Man or I read a lot of Plastic Man as a kid. I really don't know. They're the same.
As well they should be. Batman Gargoyle of Gotham 3. Raphael Grandpa. On that one. Lots of covers on that for what it was.
Yeah, for what it is, yeah.
Jenny Sparks 5. Stop trying to be Jenny Sparks. Time is running.
I'm gonna actually read that first one. In Tom King, I trust a little.
I was gonna say the reason you're gonna read it is Tom King, right?
That's the only reason. I don't know who that is.
Batman Full Moon 3, the penultimate Batman Full Moon, Streets of Gotham Run Red. Back into some Christmas stuff. DC Batman Smells Robin Laid an Egg, number 1.
That'll be the $9.99 quarterly.
Yeah, this is the big
bunch of
$9.99.
writers.
A neat little Lee Bermejo cover and a Fung cover. Oh, we got a million artists on this one, or a million writers on this one.
Little Batman month 1. Is it issue number 2? I must have overlooked this issue 1 last month, but that's
Shocker, we skipped over an all-age book.
Clever though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of clever. Batman Scooby-Doo. More Scooby-Doo.
Where are you?
And then we collect Absolute Power and all the tie-ins. We got the old Zatanna, the last Zatanna before the one that's currently on Black Label, Mystic U, which was pretty good. I enjoyed that. I wanted a sequel to that when we didn't get it. We got the new Zatanna, which was totally different.
Is that their kind of Harry Potter thing? Like, she's in a magic school.
Yep, kind of. Collecting Deceased and Static and Superman Birthright, Batwoman Elegy, Doom Patrol, DC Finest, Green Arrow.
Hey, the Teen Titans.
These DC Finest collections are pretty dope looking. I like the whole trade dress. Looks really good. Absolute Superman, Red Sun, Batman 89 Echoes. So I'm assuming by then it will have finished.
Yep.
So I don't think I have the last issue yet. Batman Robin 1 and 2 volume. James Tynion Batman.
There's your Prez.
Prez gets another issue?
Or a deluxe edition.
Oh, interesting. I came back to the well again. That's kind of cool. I mean, I remember it vaguely, but I don't remember being that great. Is that like the first Mark Russell we got to see in DC?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So 52 pages.
Yeah.
A little restraint for the distinguished competition.
A nice way to end the year. Of course, very few number ones, very few things launching, of course, at the end of the year as it wraps up.
Yeah.
Not as many things wrapping up as I thought they would, but a healthy amount of things. And remember, Drew, you got to be all in.
You got to be all in. McFarlane Toys is going to give you a animated series Nightwing action figure with a reproduction animation cell.
Ooh.
Of Nightwing in that animated
Get it.
So this is a new Batman Adventures, which I don't know. Is that out already or is that coming out? There you go. So, okay. Interesting. I think we're just continuing the all in and not launching a lot of new stuff, like Kyle said. So, wasn't blown away.
Mm-mm.
But if those all-ins are good, it'll be a really solid month.
Yep. And Comics for Fun and Profit is all in. So why don't you be all in too?
Yeah.
And Comics for Fun and Hot Profit is headed over to our good friends at coverprice.com. We are checking out our top 10 of books in the secondary market, diving a little deeper. And our number 1 book on the top 10 is Venom number 3, the regular cover. Last week, Sony released their final trailer for Venom: The Last Dance. The trailer focused heavily on the intergalactic nature of the film and highlighted top-tier Marvel cosmic villain, the Knull. While there has been an alleged rumor floating around that Marvel was aiming to make a grounded Spider-Man 4 movie, and that Sony wanted a multiverse movie including Knull and Venom with the trailer drop. The latter theory now has more reason to be believed. Kevin Feige came out and said, "When we said we wanted Spider-Man to be more grounded, we just didn't tell you that grounded was from an alien planet in another universe." However, neither studio has confirmed whether the King in Black will play a role in any future movies. While we're waiting for more news of Knull, take time to look through your basic back issue bins of your LCS, as this book has been steadily dropping in price over the last few years. As with most Sony-related books, remember, buyer beware, these could suck like most of their movies.
Yeah.
They have not had the best track record for keeping their movie-related keys at top value. But, Drew,
94 copies.
94 copies moved on this one.
Pretty nice.
CGC 9.8 at 280. Near mint raw, high hit 140. That's crazy.
They call this an alleged rumor. So what that is it's a rumor of a rumor. So it might be a rumor that this might happen. So
what had happened?
That's rumor squared for that.
At rank 2, we have X-Men 97, number 1, the Rob Liefeld Whatnot sealed comic trading pack blind bag. In case you were unaware, Marvel Comics partnered with the Whatnot to launch their Marvel Comics trading packs. There were 4 packs designed with 3 random X-Men 97 number 1 variants in each. The pack designs were collaborations with renowned Marvel artists Ariel Olivetti, Rob Liefeld, and Salvador LaRocca, as well as Steven Segovia. Based on tracking of each sealed pack and individual issue sales, Liefeld's sealed pack design had the most traffic. When this marketing concept was announced, the fan base was divided on whether this would be good for comic books. However, the sales clearly show that the tactic was a success. Not only were the blind boxes good for comic books, the sales clearly show that the tactic was a success. I read that line twice. The blind bags selling at record speed, but were immediately trending in the aftermarket. This promotion run was only offered to a select few in the Whatnot community, but time will tell whether Marvel Comics will decide to offer these blind bags to your LCSs as well. In the meantime, we tracked 13 copies sold. Overall, near mint for $188. Keep in mind that we track each individual cover and sealed mystery pack separately. So overall, the volume of sales is much higher. Liefeld's blind bag cover definitely seemed to capture the demand among all offerings. I know nothing about these.
Yeah. Whatnot is hipster eBay. Is that what we decided?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. At rank 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 23. It is fair to say that the latest Venom: The Last Dance trailer would kick all related keys into high gear. This is an unexpected one to hit so high on the list. The first appearance of Kleintar, which is the symbiote planet. The trailer offers us a brief glimpse of Knull and his throne. Some fans speculate that this would be most of what we see of the symbiote planet, but the story mostly focuses on the invasion of Earth. While Venom number 3 has a larger buy-in, this book is an easier find and a lower price, making it a top key to hunt down. 32 copies in the secondary market. CGC 9.8, $100. Near mint Rawls, 17.
Yeah, who doesn't want Kleintar, the symbiote planet's first appearance?
Exactly. At rank 4, we have Venom number 3, the third print, and this is the one where he's on the throne on the cover.
Yeah.
Yep. This is the big dog. 61 copies in the secondary market. $400 for CGC 9.8. Rawls for $165.
Why? This can't be more valuable than the first appearance in Venom 3, though, right?
It is going for more.
Because it's its first cover and it's rarer.
Correct.
Okay.
At rank 5, Thor: God of Thunder 6, the Esad Ribic regular cover.
Oh.
This book saw a significant bump when Thor: Love and Thunder announced Gore the God Butcher as the main villain. After the lackluster reception of this film, the book took a nosedive and rarely makes any appearances. Aside from being the original Gore, this book also harbors another key, a Knull cameo. This cameo is why we see this book trending on the aftermarket again. 49 copies in the secondary market. CDC 9.8 for $180. Raw for $57. Continuing the exact same trend. Venom 4.
I don't get it. Oh, so much Knull.
Yep. This book features the origins of Knull and the creation of Nowhere, spelled with a K, through the severing of a celestial head. In this issue, we see how Knull created his planet of symbiotes. 38 copies, $72 for CGC 9.8, Rawls, $14. Venom 3, the 1 in 25. We saw 12 copies, $385 for CGC 9.8, 223s for Rawls. Not a lot of this book. Venom 3, we have the specific scan Frankie's Comics Golden Apple Comics variant. 125 for CGC 9.8, $63 for Rawls, only 12 copies of that moving. Drew, we also have the second print of Venom number 3, 17 copies moving, CGC 9.8 for $95, $51 for Raw. That's a lot of Venom. If you can find any Venom 3 in any capacity, it's going to move. At rank 10, Uncanny X-Men number 1, the David Marquez second print, 1 in 25. While the X-Men seem to still be on the back burner over the MCU, the comics have been releasing great content. In the latest release, Uncanny X-Men number 1 introduced us to a new mutant team, the Outliers. In true comic book fashion, a request for help is misunderstood and a battle ensues. Once the confusion is cleared, the X-Men will welcome the new super team. This second printing retailer incentive is the first cover appearance of that team. As we've seen in all these Knull keys, second prints and cover appearances are all the top tiers with all the collectors. 10 copies in the secondary market, $150 for a near mint is the high. Something to it, 132. So, boy, we are getting 6 times ratio.
Yeah, very cool. At rank 11, we have Wolverine number 1, the Pat Gleason Adamantium Head Virgin 1 in 100. I really thought this would hit. Because of Pat Gleason's last was that Spidey head that he was doing,
the web heads, I think they call
the web heads that got really hot. I was thinking this was going to be the thing, and maybe it will. It's still new, but yeah, I read the first Wolverine. It was good. This one sold 14 copies of the 1 in 100, $175 for a near mint, but a lot of the Raws are going for under $100, which is not ratio, so not good enough. At rank 12, we have Venom 3, the San Diego Comic-Con 2018 variant. This sold 8 copies, high sale of $200 for a 9.8, Raws around 60. At rank 13, we get 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank. That was number 1 a couple of weeks ago. Liam Neeson must be the older guy in that, because they're
I think he's a guy that
kids.
has a certain set of skills.
Well, yeah. So yeah, he's going to find them and kill them, get his daughter back, I guess. 23 copies moved, high sale of $120 for the 9.8, and Raw's around $20. So still hanging in there. Superman, the Man of Steel, number 18 comes in at rank 14. This is Doomsday doing his thing. Trailer footage leaked during San Diego. This did sell 12 more copies with a high sale of $150 for a 9.8, and current Raw is around $13. At rank 15, we have Howard the Duck number 1 with a Gwenpool full appearance. 19 copies sold, high sale of $105 for a 9.8. Raw is around $24. At rank 16, we have the Uncanny X-Men 221. This is Mr. Sinister. The Mr. Sinister connection here. 10 copies of this one sold. High sale of $201 for us 9.8, and Raw's around $45. At rank 17, we have X-Men 266, which is the Gambit first appearance, allegedly. We track 19 copies of this one with a high sale of $350 for a 9.8. Raw's around $195. The first Deadpool makes an appearance again with New Mutants 98. That comes in at rank 18. We sold 15 more of these for the tidy sum of $1,440 for a 9.8. Raw's going around $320.
Dang.
Rank 19, we have the Ultimates for the Francesco Mobili 1 in 25. This has a Doctor Doom connection. 18 copies moved. High sale of $32 for a CGC 98. That can't be right. And a near mint raw of $24. You cannot tell me that the 98 was the only 98 and it sold for $32. That cannot be correct. Department of Truth number 25, the Martin Simons 1 in 10 comes in and rounds out our top 20. I don't know why. It's just an homage. It's about JFK assassination. Was released on 9/11. Very meta book. Track 25 copies of this one sold for issue 25. That's kind of cool. High sale of $15. Now this says it's a high sale of $15 for a 9/8, and raw's around $10. So somebody's extra one button is broken or two or something. Something's going on. Their keyboard is not working.
Trust us that it's in the top 20 and it's a hot book, but we can't give you specific.
I will give you $15.50 for a CGC 98. I will let you make some money on that one.
There are not. I don't think there's any books I would not give $15 for a CGC 9.8.
It would be. I would hate it. I don't think I would turn anything down. I would buy My Little Pony 9.8 for.
You've done it before?
I don't know that I have. Have I? I might have a couple. Shut up.
Drew, the people came for one thing and one thing only, our sparkling personalities. But the other thing they came for is our sneak peek at next week. So I'm heading over to our good friends at Lunar Distribution and finding items coming out 9/25/2024, and we're going to dig through and find the best of the things that need to come out. And the first thing that catches my eye is Absolute Power Task Force 7 number 7, the Stephen Platt mugshot.
Yeah, that's
Martian Manhunter.
That's a
good looking cover.
Good looking cover. Action Comics got some cool Superman covers. I think the Gillum March, he may have skipped leg day there.
I was thinking the same thing.
Those knees are not going to hold up. He's probably going to blow an ACL. For sure.
Does not look like the world's strongest man at all. Looks like a chump.
We've always been a big fan of this artist Spotlight, and this is a Nicola Scott doing Supergirl. These are really nice.
Yeah, like these
9 versions.
I've been calling them through the years variants. I don't know what they're actually called.
I like those. I like that. That's a good call.
Our facsimile edition is all new collector's edition of all new collectors 54, but it's actually Superman Wonder Woman 54.
I like it.
Do you like it? $14.99?
No. I was thinking about it when they did the Muhammad Ali cover. Yeah. I was like, that's a really cool facsimile I'd like to own, but it was $15 as well.
Batman: The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, number 1. Edward Rizzo cover B is again a mugshot one, and this one is Cranky Pants.
Okay, so now we know the Batman: The Long Halloween comes out 9/25, so it comes out in September. And so 2 must be out in October.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jim Lee doing the art for the cover C and the foil. Classic.
Not
Jim
bad.
Lee. It's gorgeous. Don't care about Biker Mice from Mars. Creepshow Volume 3 has its first edition. Detective Comics. Very simple cover A by Evan Cagle. I like it. Let's see here.
Creepshow's back.
Yeah.
Volume 3 and a James Stocco and a Martin Marzocco cover. Ooh, who's doing the? We got Zdarsky writing one.
Mm-hmm.
With Kagan McLeod. Oh, and then James Stocco, he does all the chores. Oh, that's awesome.
Kagan McLeod from the Clan McLeod.
I think so. Yes.
Next thing that catches my attention is all the way over into Feral, number 6. And I believe it's some sort of Stephen King book. That's the homage, but I can't place it off the top of my head.
Where is it?
Cover B for Feral in the Fs.
Man, I don't know. I don't recognize it. It is something, though.
Some weeks I'm like, aha. And some weeks I'm like, I have no clue. And also, I never watched horror movies because I'm a wuss.
Yeah. Yeah, they were scary.
Nicola Scott with Flash 13's artist spotlight again. Another one this time with Flash through the years. Geiger 2 going to a second print. Geiger 3 going to a second print. And they are yellow out. Their additional prints are going all yellow on that one.
What are the goobers?
Vault Comics from Cody Ziegler and Ryan Lee.
Okay.
Clayton Lowe is headed back to his small southern hometown. His new friends from grad school are about to meet his old friends from high school and discovers that something may be finally changed in the town where nothing ever changes. Pine Cove is ground zero for an infestation of body-snatching alien bugs, Drew. Time to bury the past and move on.
Yeah. So Nicole Scott's busy. She's doing the Harley Quinn artist spotlight with the Through the Years Harleys.
There you go.
That's kind of cool.
That I like. That's worth the price of admission.
Yeah. Hell's Half Acre is a magma book.
Does our mother get a cut of this? Because she'd always use that reference.
Yeah, she's often used Hell's Half Acre.
You kids were running around all over Hell's Half Acre all day.
Yep. Oh, and we're going to get an Ice Cream Man issue with Jacob Phillips on cover.
Why are we not getting cover A's and B's for Ice Cream Man? Ice Cream Man is dope. They've got creepy double covers, and we're not getting anything but one. I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but it probably will be down in the previews Ice Cream Man section of Image. Maybe they'll show both of them. Or maybe it's like a secret cover.
Ooh, secret.
Yeah.
Lilith, number 1 from Vault Comics. Some sort of succubus book.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this before. Lilith is immortal who's been banished from her home and dimensional planes.
How did we talk about this before?
Yeah, it seemed like it was just on something, or we talked about it last week, and it's double releasing. Things happen.
That could be, or we had read the wrong month, week. I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, there's the Zoe
good cover K. Yeah. Lobo cancellation special number 1, a one shot from Kyle Starks and Kyle Holes. Buy this comic so a child doesn't see it.
Wow. Clever.
Manchurian number 1, a one shot, a Horizon Experiment by Terry Dodson, series premiere.
Let's not experiment with comics. Can we just do comics? Do good comics, please.
Easier said than done, sir.
Yeah. Ooh, there's mugshots. It's issue 3 of 4. I love mugshots. Old Dogs has a new volume with Old Dogs Operations.
Outsiders 11. More Power Girl. I think this only exists for the covers, and I'm okay with that. And there's another Chuma Hill.
More Chuma Hill.
More Chuma Hill. Redcoats number 1 goes to a 4th printing. Where have I been?
I wouldn't have guessed.
Jeff Johns making it work. He's of course Ghost Machine and Unnamed or whatever his imprints, not impressions are.
Saga's back with issue 69 and a clever cover for that.
Hey-o. Old allies explore new positions. Where there's the will, there's the way.
Oh yeah, the will. Yeah.
Rook Exit is number 3, going to his 3rd print, Drew.
Very nice. Sam and Twitch back for issue 6. I want that book to just go on and on forever. I love it. The Moon is Following Us, number 1. That must be a distillery because it's kind of weird. No,
Distillery, well known for their weird.
no, I guess not. It's an image book, and it's regular. The blank is anyway.
Huh.
Who's doing Frankenstein? Michael
Frankenstein's
Walsh.
Monster Image, Michael Walsh.
Gotcha. Violent Flowers, another Maria Lovett. We not had enough.
Yeah, when I saw all the covers by Mirka Indolfo, I just assumed this was a Mirka Indolfo, but it's not.
Yeah. Maria Lovett, Mirka Indolfo. Mix them in a bag and can't tell them apart.
Yeah. Owen Zatanna gets the Nicola Scott Artist Spotlight. That's another.
That's a great one. Those are all great.
They're all very good.
Well, how would you even pick?
It's the Harley. The answer is Harley.
The answer is Harley.
Yep.
That's how you pick, folks.
Yep. Heading over to Previews World, double checking through our image books, making sure we didn't miss anything. Of course, make sure you pick up the trade paperback for Dutch. I don't know why. Issue 0 through 3.
What was the book you wanted to see the cover A for? I've forgotten already. Oh, Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, I wanted to see a cover B in there.
Also not. So we don't get the cover A on here either.
Yep.
Why can't you just put a little thumbnail that says, not available? They do that all the time.
Power Fantasy #1 going to a third print. I don't think I said that earlier.
I don't think so either. Self-Help is up to issue 4. That's a good book too. Big fan.
Down into our boom books. Berserker. Doom. Hello Darkness #3. It's a neat looking cover A. Paulo Rivera.
Yeah, that's a really good cover.
A lot of writers, a lot of artists, but like our writers are Garth Ennis, James Tinian IV, Steve Orlando, and Varios.
For which book?
Hello Darkness.
They're on issue 3. That many people are writing it? I didn't realize that. Okay. Titan Comics get some love.
And it's an anthology.
Oh, okay.
What were you saying? Get some love.
Titan. They get their own collapsible header on the website.
Ooh.
Although that they were doing that every month.
Battletoads, Blade Runner, Doctor Who.
Yeah, a lot of licensed stuff.
Star Trek. Down into Marvel. I like the wraparound for Spider-Man 58. Ryan,
yeah, that's clever.
Meandering.
I like it.
Avengers
gets an annual. Yeah.
Avengers Annual 1. There is a Marvel Studios variant which shows the really cool version of Thanos. I like it.
Interesting.
Deadpool team up. There's a cool Rob Liefeld. Oddly enough, their feet are underwater, Drew. You can't see the feet. Is that a coincidence?
Is that a coincidence? Look at that Declan Shalvey design variant for Moon Knight. Not my Moon Knight, but a Moon Knight.
A Moon Knight. Ahsoka 3. Ultimate Spider-Man 9. Really like that Uncanny X-Men 3 Muhammad Osrod Upside Down Nightcrawler variant. That's pretty cool. Werewolf by Night Red Band 2. One more time.
Did you say?
I was talking about that Uncanny X-Men 3, the Upside Down Nightwing variant on that one.
No, after that.
Werewolf by Night 2. Polybagged red band cover.
And I was
had some success with the red band stuff in a while, and then I saw the Rose Besh Wolverine.
Yeah, I was looking at the red band Wolverine.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Also nice.
Dynamite giving us.
What are they giving us? A little Red Sonja, some Lilo and Stitch,
Lilo and Stitch, Red Sonja, Thundercats. Not sure who Lucio Perillo is, but that's a fairly neat looking cover. Kind of like that on the Thundercats.
Yeah. That's not Tigra, right? Tigra.
No, that is not. Going back to our smaller publishers, looking through essentially our back half stuff, which has been filled with a lot of weird and off the wall stuff. Let's see if we can find anything good back here. Bloodshot, Black, White, and Bloodshot #1. If you're a Bloodshot fan, they're going with the same trend that's been for quite a while for people.
Got Missionary #1 from Distillery Media. Ryan Stegman on this one. We just kind of gloss over Distillery a lot because of their weird choice to stick with the landscape format. We probably shouldn't. I mean, it's just a landscape versus portrait. What's the big deal, right? But yet it seems like we just kind of gloss over it week after week after week, and I am guilty of that, and I don't know why.
But you've read a few and been underwhelmed.
That's true. Way back when they first launched, it's true.
I like these Udon Entertainment Final Fight #2. I missed Final Fight #1. I like Final Fight as the video game. It's very cool. I like that the mayor and everything's on here. I know these characters well enough that I think this looks kind of fun. Nice little 4-issue series.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Magic Order 5. So Magic Order gets a 5th volume from Mark Millar.
And just circling a little bit back to Final Fight. The cover B is the continue screen as you were, if you lost the game, the mayor's son or daughter was going to be killed. And that's the screen for 2 is her in turmoil and everything like that. I love that cover and a modernization of it. I think that's really cool.
Corvus #1. This is a Dead Sky Publishing LLC.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but I didn't know anything about Dead Corvus.
It looks like it's got a video game on the cover. It's Buddy Bedoin and Allison Hu doing Allison Hu. Dead Sky Publishing. Who knew? Black, White, and Bloodshot. This is a Valiant book, of course, by a ton of people doing their take on Bloodshot. That might be fun for those of us that don't want to read it ongoing, but you just get a few little stories. Kind of cool. We've got Woodstake #1. That's a SHP comic.
SHP?
SHP, yes. Never heard of them. John Harper struggling to launch his magazine, Psych and Roll, before his father cuts off his financial support. Something we can all relate to. And Sherlock Holmes, Dark Detective. You thought SHP was a small publisher. This is IPI Comics. Never heard of them either.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes, The Dark Detective, Claws of the Chimera. Tiny little publisher I've not heard of. So
there you go. But we have heard of Black Mask Studios, Drew.
Yes.
In their book, How to Steal an Election Before Someone Else Does, #1.
Okay. I missed that one completely.
Bronner is a newly elected congresswoman taking a long shot swing at the presidential primary, but her campaign is derailed by a doxing of her secret past as a teenage cam girl known as Fast Roxy.
This is Black Mask? This is where Black Mask is going? I don't know that I hate it.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm not sure I hate this.
Masters of the Universe, Cross Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of Grayskull, #1. Tim Seeley writing, my boy Freddie Williams II on art. So this is, I believe, the same team that did Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm excited about that. I love the cover C. You have the turtle van on that one. And what's his face flying in the sky? That is awesome. Ooh, Mob Psycho 100. Sorry, caught in anime for a second. My bad.
Yeah. It's a raucous and unhinged R-rated comedy.
You talk about Ram God #1 from Massive.
I missed that.
Ram God #1. Morgan Rosenblum, Owen Rosenblum writing on this one. In this foil variant of Massive's limited edition tie-in to the highly anticipated Winds of Numa series board game. So it's a $20 board game book. So no.
Okay.
They're $20. Yeah, this must be a subsequent. There's got to be a cheap book. There's no way they're going to come out with a 6-issue series for $20 a piece.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Of course, Drew's a big Resident Alien guy. Don't forget, from Dark Horse, Resident Alien Book of Life on its 4th issue.
Yeah, it's been good.
Mad Cave has Revolution #9. Number 9. Sherlock Holmes, Dark Detective. Anything else you find here of interest, Drew?
I've been jumping all around, and I think I caught all the ones that were of interest to me.
All right, Drew. We also have a facsimile from our good friends at Archie Comics. We have Veronica, number 28. Dive into the special replica of this beloved issue of Veronica 28, faithfully reprinted in a full facsimile edition, and for $4 only. It's even printing it with the $1.25 price tag on the front, but charging $4. I like it.
I wonder why it's beloved.
It's a pretty nice form of Veronica on the front.
Gotcha.
All right, Drew, this point of the podcast, we're asked for your pick of the week. What's the one book to make sure you head into your comic book shops, kick open the door, and say, it is the last release of September. Give me some book.
I mean, I didn't want to. I mean, I was trying to make maybe a distillery, maybe that Corvus, maybe that Woodstake, the pick. Mm-hmm. But I think it's got to be the Black Mask, How to Steal an Election.
I'm with you. I like the cover A and the cover B, Drew.
I like both of them, and I think that's the cover. I think that's the pick for me.
And we are saying Black Mask. We are jumping in with you, but for the love of God,
give us a second.
Release them. Release a few. Subsequents. If you're going every other month, that's fine. Just hit every other month until you're done. Don't just disappear into nothing like you never had a plan when you started this. Please. And I'm going Turtles of Grayskull. Masters of the Universe presents Turtles of Grayskull from Dark Horse.
Oh, okay.
And while I love the cover C, I am going with the cover A.
It's called Turtles of Grayskull?
Masters of the Universe. TMNT Turtles of Grayskull.
Oh. Oh, I missed that one too.
And that's my boy, Tim Seeley. By the power of the Grayskull. Turtle power.
Which one were you doing? Which cover?
We're going to do cover A. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep. Drew and I have ventured through all the releases of this week, had all kinds of fun looking at the secondary market, talking about the Knulls of the world, the new comics of the world, and you know what? Talking about how Drew and I are all in. If you want to be all in, head over to patreon.com, find comics for fun and profit, throw a couple dollars our way, be part of the community. When Drew and I watch Penguin, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it, and that's going to go exclusively at first to our Patreons. They're going to hear our unfiltered, unfettered, rambling, incoherent thoughts of this series. And if you want part of those, hey, I pull no punches, I tell no stories. I'm telling you the truth. Sometimes we're just like Penguin. And that's the things you're going to hear here. We appreciate you guys so much for tagging along with Drew and myself. For Drew and for myself, wake up.